What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Dangerous times, don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world, but keep the sky on your mind.
Hello. Aro. Welcome everybody. Hold on a second. This is the wrong time. We're not going to be flying at night today. I am going to change the time. We're going to leave the weather on live, but we're going to change the time to 11. Okay, so let's do that. There we go. All right. Hello, Mr. Anis. How are you doing, man? I'm doing well. EM, hello there. Welcome to today's stream. Anis and EM, good day. Welcome. Where are we flying to today? We are going from Sapporo in Japan to, excuse that, somebody is setting off some fireworks behind me, but we are flying from Sapporo to Tokyo. That is New Chitose Airport, RJCC, to Tokyo Haneda International, RJTT. That is what we're doing. A little domestic Japanese domestic flight here. So we're in 2024 today, and I will be attempting to fly the FlyByWire A380 development version in 2024. So in the last stream, I talked about how I've had no luck trying to fly the A380 in 2024. Good Lord, this guy is popping out fireworks right behind me. For the love of God, what's going on today? I don't know. Just when I decide to press stream and someone decides to pop off fireworks right behind me. I think it's pretty loud. You guys can hear it. Anyway, so yeah, I did have a difficulty in getting this thing to work properly in 2024 earlier, but I've installed the development version of it, and it seems to kind of function. I can still see the micro stutters, and that is because of this aircraft really, but apart from that, it seems to be working. It's okay, they're not really audible. Oh, okay, that's interesting, honest, because this guy is popping off some fireworks right behind me. But I'm glad that you guys can still hear me well, and it's not that big of a deal on the stream, so that's good. Love the livery. Yeah, it's a really nice livery. I forget the name of the turtle, but it's based on the I think it's a conservative effort, is it? I think so. But yeah, it's named after the turtle, and it is a turtle themed livery here by ANA, All Nippon. Okay? Is that the full form of ANA? It is, right? All Nippon Airways or Airlines. I don't know which one it is. Airways, I think. But yeah. So we can finally have the walk around for the A380, which I've never done before because I've never flown it properly in 2024. I think I've tried it before, but nonetheless, got a walk around mode that shows us just how massive this aircraft really is. Look at it. And I have actually done this in real life with an A380. I have walked underneath this thing right here. I've walked underneath the belly. I've walked around an actual A380 before. And yeah, this is pretty much what it feels like. It's literally quite realistic. And this area up here is not large enough for you to stand up comfortably in, I believe. Okay. So yeah, there you go. So we've taken a walk around mode of our lovely aircraft today. It looks really good. There are micro stutters, which is to be expected when flying this particular aircraft, because it's still not yet fully ready for 2024, which hopefully it will be, because it's absolutely beautiful aircraft. Anas, you said it is actually. What does that mean? Well, the one time I did walk around an A380, it's the very bottom of the aircraft. You can't pass through here. Not standing up straight. It's actually closer to the ground than people realize. That's as far as I remember. I might be wrong, but I did go under an Airbus A380. It was definitely very tight. It was definitely very tight. I think I would like to contest you on that one. Unless my memory has failed me terribly, I think I'm right on that one. Not at the front. Obviously here there's plenty of room for someone to be walking around, but down there I don't think that's the case. Don't think you can comfortably stand up there. Who knows? Probably depends on the weight of the aircraft, but I'm not so sure. Okay, that being said, let's go ahead, take a look at our airport for the day. This is New Chitose, or Sapporo. Is it called Sapporo? Yes, New Chitose or Sapporo Airport. And there is a Cathay Pacific 777 and a 787 by ANA, and some other airline over there. It's a very lovely looking airport. This is a free scenery from flightsim.to, and it's definitely a must-have free scenery. Okay, this is another absolutely wonderful must-have free scenery from flightsim.to, because we've got interior modeling for this as well. And yeah, it's not the most detailed interior model, but definitely makes a difference when you view it from outside. It gives you that depth, and it's absolutely wonderful for a freeware airport. Another very interesting thing about a New Chitose airport is the fact that the runway markings are actually this color on this side of the airfield. Okay, so if you check on Google Maps, the actual runway color is orange. The runway markings are not white on this side of the airfield. However, if you go to the two runways on the other side of the airfield, they are actually white. So this bright orange that you're seeing on the runway is actually accurate. It is not a mistake or a glitch or a bug. It's actually accurate. So if you look at the other two runways on this side of the airfield, you'll see that they're actually what you'd expect. They are white in color, and this is true to life. So that's another interesting fact about this freeware scenery. So yeah, That all being said, I think it's time for us to get on out of here. Yes, Anas, I found that very curious. I had to go and check it out myself whether that was actually true or not. But as you can tell, this airport is wonderfully modeled for a free scenery. Look at that. It has so much depth. It's definitely wonderfully modeled. Excuse the micro stutters. That is definitely because of the A380 today. So it's not perfect just yet. Oh, look at that. The new Korean livery, which by the way, I love the new Korean livery. I know people have been hating on it, but I absolutely love the new Korean livery and I can't wait to fly it. Unfortunately, there's no proper airport. I want to fly out of Incheon, and the RKSI Incheon scenery is actually not good. So I'm not going to purchase it. So let's see what I can do about Tokyo. New Chitose Airport. Anyway, that's enough mucking about. Let's go ahead and get our flight started up. Shall we do that? Ladies and gentlemen, yes we shall. Okay. Here we are. Very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. Alrighty. Let's go to our tablet here. Let's turn that on. Ooh, almost forgot to put my phone on mute there, so it doesn't make any noise. Brilliant. Oh, we don't have bateria. How do I recharge this thing? Oh, good lord. Okay, I'm just gonna attach the external power here. First, I'm gonna turn on all the batteries. I turn on crew oxygen supply, recorder on ground control, emergency lights armed, nav lights on, strobe lights to automatic, passenger signs up and running. Okay. IRS nav, there we go. It's pretty loud. Battery very low. Please charge the battery soon. Okay, how do I charge it? I don't know how to charge it. Oh, it is charging. Never mind. Okay. It automatically begins charging. Brilliant. So we've got that going. Let's import our route from Simbri for the day. Fuel and payload has also been imported there. Ground services, what do we have in terms of ground service? We've got the GPU open and that's about it. Payload is GSX enabled and is okay. GSX external power synchronization. No, I'm not going to do that just yet. So let's go back out here to the payload. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to put it like this. Okay. I'm going to put it like this. I'm going to go to instant. I'm going to load it up. Defueling completed. Then I'm going to say that. Then I'm going to go to fast. Brilliant. So now we're going to go to GSX and I'm going to say request refueling, please. Let us do All Nippon Airways. So fuel truck is now on the way. When fuel truck gets here, we're going to request our fueling first. Okay. So in addition to that, we can also request our boarding. There we go. That's wonderful. That is wonderful. Good. Good. Let's see if the cargo door opens by itself. Fuel truck is coming up towards us. That's wonderful. Oh, there we go. The door is opening there. That's beautiful. We've got that attached. Cargo door is opening automatically. Brilliant. That seems to be working in the development version there. Waiting for fuel truck to get in position and then we can request refueling. There we go. Definitely no pushback tug now. I need to disable that prompt, don't I? Let me see if I can disable that. GSX settings. How do I change the pushback? I'll figure it out later. Okay, so we got our refueling truck coming into place there. Very nice. We'll wait for them to attach the fuel hose to the wing. And once they're done with that, we'll go ahead and request refueling from our tablet there. Let me just adjust the view a little bit so we got a better view going on. There we go. Brilliant. Okay, come on, mate. We need to get on out of here. We're in a rush as always. Come on. I've had a long day today and I have not eaten any dinner. And I've just had a combined lunch and breakfast, sort of like a brunch, if you would. So it is time for me to, well, I don't eat breakfast anyway, so it's not that big of a deal, but I do need to chow. Okay, there we go. Let's go back in here. Oh, look at that. Refueling is automatically. That's very good. That's very good. Okay, let's look at our payload. We've already requested boarding, and boarding is actually happening as we speak. Brilliant. It's exactly what I want. Let's go up here and turn on our APU. And while the APU comes to life, I'm gonna go down here and get this set up. This doesn't take that long, by the way. It definitely does not take that long. Let me actually, why is the brightness so low, right? There we go, there we go, that's much better, there we go, there we go. Yep, that is much better. ECam brightness, please, thank you very much. Let's do the same on this side. There we go, let's also do the same here. What the hell, right? This one can be turned off, I really don't need this thing. Okay, great. That's much better. Let's also get this up. Oh, we don't want the ambient light to be that high. Pedestal floodlight, whatever. Okay, fantastic. Let's go ahead and tune our FMC here. Let's go to flight plan. Let's go to our init page here. Let's request from SimBrief here. Wait for that request to come through. Wait for that request to come through. There we go. Let's insert it. And just like that, we've got our flight plan inserted. So RJCC to RJGG with our alternated RJGG. Interesting that all the last two are repeating. Costings of 195. Good lord. Okay, IRS is being aligned right now and it's happening. Let's leave that alone. Departure procedure out of RJCC. What is it going to be out of RJCC today? We are using runway 01 right to take off. And our instrument departure for that is Juggler 1. There we go. Any transitions? We're supposed to use Toby, but we're not going to use any of these transitions today, are we? No, we're not. So let's put that in there. RJTT, we are going to land into runway 34 right as of now. That is the plan. We've got our approach, which is ILSY into 34 right. So localize ILSY into 34 right is right here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's put that in ILS 34 right Y. That is correct. And our star for today is God E2 Alpha. GODI2 Alpha. Let's talk about GODI2 Alpha. Oh, somewhere here. GODI2 Alpha is right here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and put that in. Perfect. Okay, let's take a look at our flight plan here. That all makes sense. That all makes sense. We can get rid of the discontinuity. We don't need that. That all makes sense. Insert that. Okay, well, perfect. Let's go back to our nav aids. Let's see if there's anything we need to. Should we set this up right now? We could using little nav map, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to little nav map overview of today's flight. This is not exactly accurate because it doesn't show us the airway Y10, so ignore the middle part. But the departure here is the correct one, and so is the arrival. This is going to be our arrival into Tokyo Haneda today. That is going to be our departure out of Chitose, new Chitose airport. So, what is the ILS frequency at Tokyo? We'll keep that tuned in advance. 108.90 ITC? Oh, come on. The 108.90 is the one that's supposed to be in here. Okay. Okay, ILS ITC, please. ITC. We're going to put the one that is 108.90. Correctamundos. And that will give us the course of 337. F337. Interesting. Yeah, that's about right. Okay, good. Brilliant. Okay, so all of that is done. Next, we come to our fuel and load, and for that, let's come here. Okay, planned zero fuel weight 347.5. 347.5. Let's put that in. 347.5. Our zero fuel weight center of gravity is given at 35.1. So let's put 35.1 here. 35.1. We've got block fuel for today is estimated at 35.6, and it's done already, right? Yep, fuel truck has disappeared. 35.6 today, so let's put that in here. 35.6. That's done. Okay, that's pretty much all we need to put in. Takeoff performance. To work with this, we need to open up SimBrief. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Tablet here, SimBrief dispatch. Let's go to performance. And we're going to calculate our performance from right here. Populate from here. Good. Calculate. There you go. So we've got that on assumed temperature at 66 degrees Celsius. That is done. Anti-ice off, packs on. We've got our speed today at 131. Got 145. What is this? What have I done? Entry out of range. Okay, clear. 145. There we go. And we've got 151 as our V2 there. That's good. That is good. OAT, where is our outside air temperature stuff? That apparently is not something we need to worry about over here. Interesting. 40,000 feet is where we're supposed to fly at today. 40,000 feet. We already found that. That's fine. Great. Okie dokie. So, what else do we need to do here? Literally nothing. Okay, we've got nothing else to do here. THS for 36.2. Let's try 36.2. Let's put that here. 36.2. Let's try that, shall we? Good. Okay, all that is done. We are now waiting for our boarding process to finish up here. Let's go to GSX. Okay, let's prepare for pushback and departure. Today we'll be pushing back with the nose off to the right. Okay, because our takeoff runway is all the way there, so we need to go behind. No, we could go either way. No, let's go with the nose to the left today, so we can turn ourselves which way do we go? Nose to the left or nose to the right? I'll go nose to the right, and that will take us all the way to the end right there where we're supposed to take off from 01 right. Okay, passengers are still being boarded here. Let's see if we can see them load the aircraft. No. Maybe the GSX profile is not installed for this particular airport. I doubt it. It might be true. Yeah, that might be true that the GSX profile is not installed for this, but got passenger loading going on. Nose to the right is what Anas recommends. Yeah, nose to the right is what I'm doing. Nose to the right is what I'm doing. Good. Let's jump back in here. Got APU running. Look at that. That at least look at that. Look at that. Any builds? The free fly-by-wire has managed to get the APU exhaust heat blur working in the simulator. How come you can't do that? For your A340? There we go. Detaching of the jetways. Passengers loaded. We are ready to roll on out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and disconnect ground power supply. Sorry, power supply basically is what I'm talking about. Okay, services here. Remove that, please. Thank you very much. Get us out of here, sir. Get us out of here. Okay. Can't really catch a glimpse of it. Can't really catch a good glimpse of the pushback in the external view. We're gonna have to go to our drone camera. Okay, what are you waiting for? Release the parking brakes. Let's see if that worked. Oh no, can't release the parking brake in this view. What's going on? Why is this acting like this? There's clearly something wrong with what I've done here. Hold on. What is wrong with this? Nav is not aligned. There's something wrong with our IRS here. Oh, I know what it is. We've got the alignment setting on real time. No, it's on fast. So what is wrong with it? It says excessive movement. Okay, I think we've got that done now. Okay, align in 2 minutes apparently. So I'm just gonna wait for this. Okay, so let's put this on nav mode there. Let's put our FDs on. Let's put this on. Let's get our cruising altitude of 40,000 feet in there. Is it 40? It is 40, right? Yeah, it's 40. And let's put our local altimetric pressure there. Okay, waiting for this foolish IRS alignment. For the time being, pushback is paused. just while this happens. Okay, there we go. I believe we are aligned. Yes, we're aligned. Good. Let's continue our pushback now. Okay, continue pushback. Nose to the right. Parking brake release. Let's get our fuel pumps on, beacon lights on there. Engine to ignition start. Let's start up with engine number 2, ladies and gentlemen. Engine number 2. Okay, that's coming to life here. N2. Okay, we'll just wait for... We'll start the engines together a little quicker, but let's see. There we go. Yeah, so the throttle quadrants are actually working this time. In terms of reverse thrust. Let's get... Okay. Come on. There we go. So in 2020, using the stable version, I was not able to engage the reverse thrust from my quadrants throttle, but now I can do that, so that's good. Bye-bye. Thank you very much for your service. See you next time. Get out of here, sir. Thank you. Let's put that on there. Let's put that up there. That is the flap, Mr. Annis. That is the flap. The engine sounds are just lovely. Okay, brilliant. We've got engine start. All done. Perfect. Let's put our ignition back down to normal. APU bleed off. That's off. Okay, let's get our ground spoilers armed. Let's release the parking brake here. And let's turn very tightly to the right. Okay. Just gonna check that my throttle quadrant's working. Yes, it is. And reverse thrust is also working beautifully. Yes, it is. Look at that. That's brilliant. Perfect. Okay, time for flight control check. Yes, sir. Our flight controls are just fine. Our flight controls are just fine. Good. Yep, our rudder is also functioning correctly. Good, 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 good. Yeah, look at that. Alrighty, and just like that, we are out to taxi. We are out to taxi here, and let's make sure that our THS is actually correct. Does this not have any of the... Oh, what have I done? Oh, sorry. THS for 36.2, that is correct, and we are looking all good, ladies and gentlemen, for takeoff. Taxiing along a little brisk here. Beautiful. So we just need to do a takeoff configuration check there. It's all normal. We're ready to get on out of here. Okie dokie. Let's just continue our beautiful taxi here. I need to pump on the brakes. This thing is too powerful. This thing is too powerful. There we go. Beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. Let's head on out towards Tokyo. There we go. I have fallen in love with the A380. .28 knots, a little too fast. Right. You guys let me know when it's time for takeoff. We're pretty much coming to the end of where we need to be, if I'm being honest. So... kind of need to go all the way to the end so we can turn, cross runway 01 left and then head on towards runway 01 right. 30 knots, a little too fast. Pump the brakes on that a little bit. There you go. Juggler 1A. Juggler 1 actually. Okay, let's put our strobe lights on. Let's put our landing lights and all that stuff on. Okay, let's put our TCAS. Yeah, let's just put it on that. There we go. We're ready to go. I used to taxi at 60 knots and even that felt slow. Yeah, I mean, look. If I'm doing a flight just to test the stuff out, during my extreme test flying, I'll easily do a 60 knot taxi too. I don't really care, but you know, when I'm more or less regularly flying, 30 knots is usually the limit for taxiing, and upper limit for taxiing in most circumstances, so I'm gonna stick with that actually. 30 knots is a fast taxi. Okay, we are pretty much ready to get on out of here. Just a final check. We are looking good in the lights. Yes, we are. We're looking good on the flaps and all that good stuff. Everything is looking just fine. Let's get out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies, get out of here. I'm gonna clean up that and that. There we go. Time for us to take off out of here. One of the things I hate about the brakes on this is that it doesn't work properly. And the wheels sit a bit funny, if you've noticed. It's really lovely. Look at that. Very, very nice. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's just get out of here, shall we? Just gonna adjust that just a little bit. Come on, that's enough. Okay, we don't have a lot of runway room to take off from here, so I'm not gonna mess around too much. There we go. $80 knots, 100 knots. Ooh. Okay, time to rotate. And we are out of there just like that. And get up. There we go. Nice and easy, giving off to the autopilot there. Okay. Good. Let's go down to climb. Okay. Let's disarm that. Let's put that off. Brilliant. We are doing well right now. Everything looking good. As we leave behind new Chitose. Look at that. What a beautiful scene as we take off out of here. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous aircraft, this thing. Okay, come back in here. Let's put that flap up. Probably a little late to that, but that's okay. Perfect. We're making that lovely sweeping turn. Ladies and gentlemen, we are out of New Chitose, Sapporo. Beautiful sounds from the cabin. Now, as lovely as this view is, the sounds from this view aren't great, so bear with that. That's because the view thinks that it's still inside the cabin, but apart from that, it's a beautiful view. But otherwise, the sounds on this aircraft, absolutely marvelous. Just perfect. I love this aircraft. Look at that. Okay, let's go back and take a look at that. Should probably pay attention to our transition altitude, which is not yet here, so that's fine. Look at that. As we slip into the clouds, I think it sounds better than any builds. Well, the any builds does not have an A380 out just yet. They're about to release them. I mean, they're working on it, and I don't want to say they're about to release it. I want to say they're working on it. But in general, the sounds are much better. Yep. In general, the sounds are much better. The FlyByWire A380 is just brilliant. Absolutely incredible sounds. Even for a payware, this is good sounds. And that's when this is completely free. It's crazy good aircraft. Crazy good aircraft. It's a must-have if you're on PC. Generally sounds better than their aircraft. Yeah, by far. By far. By far. Okay, we're crossing 10,000 feet. Let's go ahead and turn that off. Let's put our passenger signs down to normal there. Logo lights automatic. Okay, this is brilliant. Waiting for a transition altitude. Even the A320 is good, but I think you don't like the A320 by FlyByWire is good. Don't get me wrong, it is good, but it lacks textures. It doesn't look as good. Okay, that is the problem there. The A320 by FlyByWire, the problem with it is the texture. The textures are not as great as, let's say, the Anybuilds A320. So that's the only real issue. But apart from that, the flight model is amazing, and I really like the A320 by FlyByWire. As a matter of fact, I actually have it installed here. It's just that the A320 isn't really my cup of tea. I don't like the A320. I don't like the 737 either. I don't know, something about that particular size of aircraft I really don't like. I don't mind the A321. I kind of don't mind the 737-900 because they're longer versions of the aircraft, but beyond that, I really don't enjoy that class of aircraft. Like between the regional jet and the large passenger jet, you've got your, medium-sized passenger jets. I really don't like them. You haven't tried the Anybuilds A320? I have. I have definitely tried the Anybuilds A320. It's on the channel. I'm not sure whether it's a live stream or a video, but it's there. It wasn't that long ago either. I have tried the Anybuilds A320. It is not too bad at all. It looks great. But yeah, and the A310. The A310 is one of the best aircrafts for Microsoft Flight Sim, and it came free too. That's also an Anybuilds work, but it's good. It's a good aircraft. There's no denying the A310 being an absolutely lovely aircraft. Okay, let's enjoy some cinematic views here, ladies and gentlemen, as we fly along these beautiful cars. And now you're really beginning to see some micro stutters, if you're able to pick that up on the stream. There's like, the aircraft is not fully ready for 2024, so you can see some micro stutters as we fly along. Have I flown the A310? If that's what you're asking, I definitely have, Mr. Anas. It's beautiful. Wow. Just absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. The Airbus A380. What a majestic beast. I've come to really love it. I never used to like the A380, but now I've just come to love it. Every time I fly this aircraft, I love it more. And that's one of the major reasons why I kept 2020 around properly. The other thing being, I miss 2020. 2020 has a better UI, it's much quicker and easier, and it has better ground textures from high altitude. So I will not be uninstalling 2020. I'll still keep flying 2020 from time to time. Not as often for sure, but definitely from time to time I'll be flying it. However, now one of the things I'm excited about is I'll be able to fly the A380 into Doha, Qatar Airways, and I have got the beautiful scenery for Doha and Doha Airport by Inibills. So it's going to be really wonderful to fly in there finally. I might make a video as well on that, so I'm looking forward to that. Cleaner as well. Yeah, 2020 is cleaner than 2024. Much better UI in my opinion. I hate the UI for 2024. It's just, 2020 Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 was already a gamey flight simulator. They've made it even more gamey in 2024 with the UI. I hate it. I hate it. So that's something I really despise. I miss the old UI. 2020 was perfect. It was quick, it was efficient. Yes, it takes longer to load and whatever, but man, I prefer it over 2024. If I could find a vegetation fix, I really don't see much of a difference. And night lighting fix. So night lighting, vegetation, some other miscellaneous effects like dust and snow, walk around mode. What else do you have? There's just a handful of features that 2024 is better than in 2020, but the rest of the stuff I have to give it to 2020. I miss it. Anyway, let's now go ahead and see if we need to fast forward this flight, right? We are coming up on 54 minutes. Yeah, we need to fast forward this flight. We'll do that once we reach our cruising altitude of 40,000 feet. We'll fast forward this flight into 4 and we'll be over Tokyo in no time. Okay, beautiful. Look at that. What an aircraft. No one can tell me that this is not good. It's an absolutely brilliant aircraft. The external views aren't so great, but still good. Still better than PMDG. It's wonderful, this thing. ANA. Look at it. Très beau. C'est magnifique. Okay. And the cabin sounds just fantastic. Another thing I don't like about 2024, these glitchy squares that come up. You see that? They fixed the horizon line bug that used to be there in 2020. And instead of that, they've given me a bunch of lines as bugs in 2024 over the water. Honestly, I prefer the horizon bug over this. So in that way, 2024 just went backwards. Like, look at this. You can literally see the bug. It's so bad. It is so bad. Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible. So yeah, I don't want to turn this into another session of me crapping on 2024, but yeah, no. I hate the fact that Anybuilds is pushing people towards 2024 artificially, because they got a whole partnership with Microsoft, and people aren't really switching to 2024, so they're trying to artificially push by releasing planes only for 2024, or certain features only. I don't think it's right. I think it's a dick move, is what I believe. Just being honest. I know a lot of people won't like that, but I'm just being honest, man. Like, they released the A380 only for 2024. Okay. No, you're only doing that because you got that partnership, with Microsoft, I guess, and they're trying to push it. But I hate that. I mean, look at this. You fix the horizon line bug, and then you've got all these lines on top of the water in the ocean. They're so much worse. So yeah, 2024 is just, I still hate it. And that too, by the way, when it first released and I first got my hands on 2024, I did not even have most of the issues that people were complaining about at the time. So it was even worse when they first released it. Although I had a good experience when it first released, for me, somehow, I still think it's not as good. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm just being overly sour here, but I stand by what I said. Okay, we're coming up on 33,000 feet. Yeah, we're coming up on 33,000 feet here. You know what's nice? We've got this. So in the development version, I believe you've got the vertical profile available. So if you look at that right here, in the development version, you've got the vertical profile available right here. Look at that. So you can actually see that very, very clearly, which is really cool. Okay, so that seems to be working in the development version. I didn't really notice if they had updated it in the stable version, so I'm not so sure about that. Everything else here looking good as we fly along. Okay, auto throttle's on, everything is on. And we are continuing to climb at a very brisk pace here. 1900 feet at 35,000 feet. We're climbing at 1900 feet per minute. That is pretty impressive for an aircraft of this size. Very powerful. As we climb on to 40,000 feet. Once we hit 40,000, I'm going to go ahead and fast forward this, okay? Because as a matter of fact, let me just fast forward this right now. Yeah, let's fast forward it. Let's go to sim rate. Let's push that to into 4. And let's switch that to cinematic. There you go. Brilliant. So we are now flying into 4 rate, just so we get to our destination a little quicker. Good. After all, Tokyo is quite a way away. It is 356 nautical miles away, so that is far. That is far. Mr. Runners, are you still here with us? Oh, I think Mr. Runners has left us. Are you here, EM? Is anybody in the chat? I don't think anyone's in the chat. Pretty much talking to myself. Well. Oh, look at that. I don't know which island that is, but it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So we should be at top of descent in about 48 divided by 4 is 12. So we should be there at in about 12 minutes. We should be at top of descent. Okay? So not long at all. Okay, we are cruising along very, very well. In about 10 minutes, we should be at top of descent. We should be at top of descent, and then we'll go ahead and put into one on the sim rate. We'll easily be able to land. Okay, fantastic. Mr. Runners, hope you had a good dinner, man. Yeah. Alright, okay. Let me check this out. Oh, very nice. Très beau. Très magnifique, monsieur. had some BBQ. All right. Hope you enjoyed that. I need to start thinking of dinner myself. I need to start thinking about dinner myself. Alrighty. Alright. Oh, look at that. Both sides are looking real beautiful here. Let's look at the front view there. That's just lovely. Okay, it won't be long till we are on top of descent. So we gotta be careful here. As we are coming down from 40,000 feet, we've got quite a bit to go. So our top of descent is supposed to be a little earlier. What's my plan for dinner? Is that what you're asking me, Mr. Anas? Well, it's a little late for me where I am today, and I gotta go down if I need to pick up some food. And I'm really not in the mood to go downstairs, so I won't be ordering any food. I'm gonna have to forage around my place to see what I have in terms of something to eat. And I'm not entirely sure what that would be. I am not entirely sure what that would be. Okay? I really have no idea. What am I really feeling today in terms of eating? Perhaps a pizza. Or some fried rice sounds good. That's what I would ideally order today. But I'm not gonna order any food. Ah, look at that. We're coming up on top of descent, ladies and gentlemen. Let's switch to this view here, although we're still fast forwarding time. I think it's time for us to think about it's time for us to think about landing, right? It's time for us to think about it. 20 nautical miles away from top of descent. I'm gonna go ahead and make our sim rate go into 1. So current simulator rate into 1, and let us close that up. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's set up our arrival here as much as we can. So let's go down here. Let's go to performance, cruise, descend, approach. Okay, go around mode here. Approach. For approach today, what are we using? Our outside temperature into Tokyo Haneda is 14 degrees Celsius, so that is a pretty cool day there. We've got 270 degrees, 8 knot of wind. So let's put 270 there, 8 knot wind there. We have got a QNH of 1011 at Tokyo Haneda. Let's put that in. Got a radio minimum of 200. Let's put that in. Configuration is full, and that's pretty much all we need to do here. Let's return to flight plan. Let's go to FMS here. Let's go to performance page, and we'll leave that on. Top of descent is seriously coming up here, so let's have a look at what our final descent altitude today is, given the ILS is what we are using, which it is. It is going to be a final descent altitude of 1,500 feet. Okay, 1,500 feet, so that is what I'm going to be using today. All right, 1,500 feet. 4 nautical miles away to top of descent. Four nautical miles away from top of descent. Still showing 4? It's not supposed to. Okay, whatever. What did I say is the final descent altitude? I forgot. It is 1500 feet. So let's put in 1500 feet before it's too late. 1500 feet, ladies and gentlemen. And our top of descent is coming up. Our top of descent is coming up. Is it going to tell us when top of... What does the aircraft actually do when we reach top of descent? Let's find out. Doesn't tell me anything. It's supposed to tell us when top of descent is actually being reached, right? Let's see. Let's see if it tells me that. Still waiting. Okay, we've literally... Okay, it doesn't actually tell you. Interesting. Okay, descent has begun, ladies and gentlemen. Descent has begun, and we are descending rather quickly there. Good. Our descent has begun. Descending to Tokyo Haneda, ladies and gentlemen. From a long way up, right? We're at 40,000 feet. Okay, now dipping under 38,000 feet. We're a long way up, and we can clearly see that we are a long way up here. So this descent is going to take some time. So it's a good thing we fast forwarded through most of the cruise there, because otherwise we'd be stuck on this descent forever and it's going to take too long. But this is not going to be a short descent by any means. The Transport Lad in 2024 now. Very nice, yes. That is the whole point. I am testing this out in 2024 now, especially because I've got that Doha in-build scenery, and I was thinking of performing a very nice long A380 flight as a video for you guys to enjoy. So I thought, you know what, let me use this opportunity to stream the test in 2024 for the FlyByWire A380. This is the development version, just a note. But yeah, had another long day. Almost didn't stream, but I thought, you know what, if I'm going to test it out, might as well share it with you guys. Alright, there we go. Still a very long way up here as we descend down. But at least we're on our way down towards Tokyo. Looking good. Welcome to the stream, by the way, the Transport Lad. Thank you very much for tuning back in. Hope you've had a good day. Alrighty, quick check here. We are okay, 290. We are on top of our vertical profile there. Everything is looking good. Perfect. Seems like we're doing just fine. I love that the vertical profile display is now working in the development version there. Yeah, nothing to do pretty much apart from leave this armed there and put this on low. Okay, that's it. That is it. And I'm drowsy. I hope I do a decent job with this landing. Still very new to the A380 and still learning how to land it properly, but I'm already drowsy. I need to pick me up. Looking wonderful as we cross through around 20,000 feet now. On our descent, let's have a look at how far away we are from Tokyo at the moment. So, roughly it's going to take us about 20 minutes till touchdown. Okay, so it's gonna take about 20 minutes to touchdown. In about 10 minutes we will be into the approach procedure, well and into the approach procedure. As a matter of fact, we can take a look at what's going on with little nav map here. Oh, we're just about coming in to our official arrival procedure here. There we go. So arrival procedure kind of takes us in this manner. Fly out, make a little loop here. Pretty much straight in, then make a little loop and flying towards the glide slope in the ILS localizer, and we'll land into runway 34 right, 34 right, 34 left, 34 right. Looks good. That looks wonderful. All right, so that is our little summary of our arrival into Tokyo Haneda. Okie dokie. Just gonna put that away now. We're gonna put that away, and we're not too far at all. Just about 20 minutes. Okay, let's head into our cockpit here. Coming down through 16,000 feet. Vertical profile is looking all good here. Speed slightly under 0.57. I think we're fine. Yeah, we're okay. We are okay. That's good. About to dip beneath these clouds here, so we'll be slipping down towards 10,000 feet. Did I know that Nippon means Japan in Japanese? Yes, Anas, I did. Nippon is the actual name of Japan. Yes, I knew that. Did you just discover that interesting trivia? There we go. I see. Well, I appreciate you chiming into the chat to keep it lively, Mr. Anas. Appreciate it. We've just got a long descent because we're coming down all the way from 40,000 feet. So it is a long descent because of that. And we're not using any time acceleration for our descent. We did that for cruise, and I'm going to leave it there like that. That is the reason why the descent is particularly long. But yeah, it won't be long now. It won't be long. About 14 minutes to touchdown is what I would estimate. Okay. Yeah, about 14 minutes to touchdown is what I would estimate. Make that 15, but that's around what I estimate at this point. It shouldn't take us longer than that. If it does, it cannot cross 20. Transition altitude, nearly forgot about that. At Tokyo, it is 29.85. What is it, Tokyo? It's 1011. So let's switch that. 1011 is correct. There we go. Let's put on our seatbelt signs for our passengers there. Let's put on our landing light as we're crossing 10,000 feet here. And yeah, what else do we need? Nothing else, right? Ground spoilers armed, auto brake set, speed check for flap. We're too fast for flaps at this point, obviously. We're above 10,000 feet as it is. There's no need for flaps just yet. We'll need them soon. What else do we have? All the other lights are looking pretty decent here. Yep, we are looking good. Let's just continue on our descent. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Oh, we need to slow down a little bit. Let me help our plane slow down a little bit. Actually, it doesn't need the help. Doesn't need the help. Doesn't need the help. Okay, slowing down towards 250 knots before dipping below 10,000 feet, which is good. Oh, that looks lovely. Reshade goes a long way towards sharpening up how 2024 looks from up above. 10,000 feet, brilliant. Now it shouldn't be long at all. Okay, it should not be long at all. 15 minutes, sub 15 minutes now. Maybe about 12, 13 minutes. I think we'll be okay. Beautiful scene. We're still continuing here in cinematic mode. In the cinematic views here. Okay, we are pretty close now. We are almost about to make our final looping turn, and that will get us lined up with the runway. So we're about to make that final looping turn. That should get us lined up with Tokyo. Okay, Not long to go now. Estimating about 10 minutes. No, that's too little. That's too much. Maybe 8 minutes to arrival, but not more. Definitely not more. Beautiful stuff. It's going to be final view at some cinematics here as we make this final turn going into okay, so we're gonna turn out to the left and then the actual loop is off to the right. So we're just turning left first and then we're gonna make a giant loop coming in towards our right into Tokyo. Okay. The descent and approach has taken most of our time today. Alright, we've begun turning in slowly towards Tokyo. We're gonna do this in steps. So it's a series of adjustments off to the right that will eventually bring us in line with Tokyo. Tokyo Haneda. Long route, isn't it? Like for its size? No, not at all. Not at all, Mr. Anas. It's not that long at all. Okay, the actual route is what is the flight time? 1 hour and 30 minutes of air time and just 2 hours of block time. Okay, now 1 hour and 30 minutes of flying time. We fast forwarded through the cruise part of it. Most of the flight time though was actually climb and descent, and remember we don't fast forward climb and descent, so that means that's the reason why it took this long. And we went all the way up to 40,000 feet. That is why the descent, the reason you're feeling like the descent is taking forever is because we went up to 40,000 feet, number one. Number two, the arrival procedure takes us out quite a long way. We're looping a very large loop. Let me show you guys this on a little nav map here really quickly. So look at that. We're making a very large broken down loop into Tokyo. So that's another reason why it seems so long, but we're almost there. Okay, I am estimating arrival at 5 minutes. That is my current estimate to touchdown, just 5 minutes. All right. Okay, let me reduce the range on that. Let's reduce the range on this one. There we go. That's probably adding 8 minutes. It's added way more than 8 minutes. It's added more than 8 minutes. Okay, good. Good. That's looking much better. That is looking much better. Good. Okay, no, sorry. This is good. Loopity loop. Taking a bit of time to make these loops, huh? It's alright, we're almost there. Almost there. The entire stream has so far been 1 hour 30 minutes, which isn't too bad, but we haven't saved much in the way of time because of how high we've went with the cruising altitude. So we haven't really saved much in the way of time. And this arrival procedure is pretty... It takes us on a very wide little loop. So yeah. Speed has been great though. The actual speed has been great so far. Another turn to the right. Second last minor adjustment to the right. This is taking longer than I estimated. Usually these estimates are quite accurate, but today they're a little off. I'd still say another 5 minutes, so I'm clearly off with my estimates today. So let's leave the estimation out of here. Almost there. With the turn. Come on. We need to land. This thing... You're right, Anas. It does feel like it's much longer than that, but... You know what the funny part is? It's only been 1 hour 40 minutes in the live stream, so... I believe it's this arrival procedure that's... painfully long. You might be right. It's just too long of a loop. Rather than just coming in directly and looping into Tokyo, it decided to go out and make a much bigger loop before arriving, which I guess is necessary in real life. But yeah, quite inconvenient in the flight sim. But here we are. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. Soon we'll be making a turn, and then let's see how it goes. Okay. So this should be our final turn that should line us up with the runway. So therefore, I'm going to go ahead and turn on the localizer here. Okay. We should be able to capture that at some point. For some reason, I'm not able to capture it. I am not able to capture the localizer. That is very strange. This is very, very strange.
2,500.
Why are we so low? Why are we so low down to the ground? What's going on right now with the aircraft? Are we on the correct? We are way too low. This is way too low. Look at how low we're flying. This is crazy. I'm gonna go ahead and yeah, that's quite nuts. That is very low. That is very, very low. Or is that just me? Oh, it seems okay. Alright. Localizer has been caught here. She's fantastic. Let's go towards LS here. I'm gonna reduce the range here. I'm gonna bring down my flaps. Let's get sky dolly going here. Let me remove the chat. There we go. Let's go to position number 3 there. Let's leave this approach mode on. What on earth is this? What? Okay. Let's go outside, drop that gear. There we go. Perfect. That is just brilliant. Is approach mode on? Yes, it is. Let's drop the flaps further. There we go. Coming to land, ladies and gentlemen, into Tokyo Haneda. Look at how beautiful the scenery here is. Look at that. What is that? I have no idea what that is, but it's beautiful. Yes, it is. Yep, that it is. Okay.
1,000.
1,000 glide slope localizer caught. That's set. Parking brake and all that stuff. All good. Ground spoilers armed. 1,000 feet. I need to take control of the aircraft. So it is my aircraft. Okay, come on. Ooh, wobbly. Okay. Let's see how this landing goes. Will I stuff it up is the question. Hello there, V1 rotate. I am about to perform a landing. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're having a good day.
400.
Ooh, the controls seem extra sensitive today. Let's find out. Yeah,
Minimum. 30, 20, 10, 5,
Okay. Reverse. Okay. I have no idea if that was hard or I have no idea whatsoever.
Auto brake off.
Okay, welcome to Haneda. Welcome to Tokyo Haneda, everybody. Welcome to Tokyo Haneda. Let's put the flaps up. Just completed 1K hours on Infinite Flight. Congratulations, Mr. V1 Rotate. Taxi light on, strobe light down to off here for us today. What else? Everything else seems to be in order, apart from the surveillance, which we need to... Come on. Which we need to put on standby right there. Okay. Good. APU start, please. Let's get that on the way. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Tokyo Haneda. Oh, frame rate's a little bit funny here today, and need to find ourselves a little parking, don't I? I don't even know where I am. Okay. So let's turn here and we'll find ourselves a little parking. Anna says, I feel like it was a smooth one. It was okay-ish. We'll find out in the landing replay exactly how that was. Let's turn ourselves around here and go find ourselves a little parking. Shall we do that? Very nice. There we go. There we go. All right. Welcome to Tokyo Haneda, and let's go ahead and find ourselves a little parking for this jumbo. Good. Good. Find ourselves a parking somewhere here. Yep. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'm not even sure we can taxi here without hitting the 777 there. Can we even do that? Highly doubt it. Yeah, we can't even taxi without hitting the 777 there. Yeah, we're gonna hit the 777 right there. See if we can find ourselves a parking. Oh, that was the only other parking that was available to us. Come on. No worries, we'll take this one right here. Let's take this one right here and call it. Yep, let's do that. Okay, so we'll take this parking right here, which I'm pretty sure we can't fit into, but you know, we do what we have to do. There we go. Let's cheat a little bit on our parking because we don't have a marshal. Come on. There we go. Come on. We can park it in. There we go. Let's pull that to the side there. Perfect. Okay. Parking brake on there. Good. Ladies and gentlemen, we have parked ourselves in here where I'm pretty sure we're not supposed to be, but hey. Oh, resource usage exceeds whatever. I'm not really bothered about that. I've got a lot going on anyway, so yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at our landing replay now. Let's see if that worked. Yes, it has. Let's rewind that. No, just shush. Thank you very much. Okay, can you please be quiet? Thank you. Oh, God. Let's rewind this all the way to where we landed. So let's see where we landed. We landed right here. Rewind. Okay. So we'll put it somewhere here. We'll say play it and we'll say no. We'll clean that up and let's have a look at our landing replay, ladies and gentlemen. Landing replay into Tokyo Haneda with the A380 fly-by-wire in 2024. Okay. All right, that landing was not too bad at all. The wing shake effect is way too strong by FS Realistic there, so I need to work on that. Where on earth is that? That's something I need to change, huh? Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at a few more landing replays here. How about this view? No, you know what? Better than that view is this view. Let's try this one. Okay. So probably give us a better idea of how it went. Okay. I guess that was all right for first few A380 tries. That's definitely all right. Good. Let's go ahead and check out another landing replay. That's too much. From here is good enough. Let's try. Oh God, this is such a butt. Such a pain in the butt. Okay, let's check out this one. After we try this, we'll go into the aircraft inside the cabin and the cockpit, and then we'll see how the landing replays went. Anyway, landing into Tokyo Haneda, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. The only complaint was that it was a little off to the left. It was a little off to the left. But apart from that, we did not have a problem. Okay.
Fifty, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5.
Yeah, a little off to the left, but apart from that, that was perfectly fine. Let's go back and have a look at our cabin replays, ladies and gentlemen. Let's try this one first. Let's play. Okie dokie. Final landing replay before we shut down our aircraft and call it a day. Let's have a look. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed that beautiful landing into Tokyo Haneda. Hope you guys had fun on today's flight. Let's go ahead, shut down this aircraft and call it a day for this stream, right? So let's go ahead and fast forward our taxi back into our parking, and then we'll shut this big boy down. Okay, there we go. Good. Let's shut this down. APU is running, everything is running there, so let's shut down our engines here. There we go. Syed Daniel, hello Captain. Hello there, Mr. Daniel. How are you doing today? Thank you for tuning in once again. How have you been? How have you been? Okay, good. Let's come back in here. Let's go to GSX. Let's request our deboarding. Let's put all of this down here. Crew oxygen supply to off. Let's get all our fuel pumps off here. Okay, that's good. Emergency lights disarmed, all of that off. Let's put all of that, beacon lights off, strobe lights definitely off. All of this off except nav light, which is good. Those two are set correctly, that is great. We can put that back down to standby, that is great. Okay, all the rest switched off, that is fantastic. Okay, good. And we are deboarding, ladies and gentlemen, this beautiful, beautiful aircraft right here. Okay. All right, we've got our cargo going on. Look at that, our stairs are getting attached. Passengers should begin deboarding at some point. I don't know if that's actually going to happen correctly. Well, at least from the back it is. From the front, I'm not so sure. Let's have a look. What's happening here? Come on. There are no passengers to deboard anyway, so interesting. Let's see. What a beautiful sight. Our passenger bus is coming in as well. Mr. Syed Daniel says one more flight. Oh God. I've had a very long day, Mr. Daniel. Had a very, very long day. Very, very long day. You guys are working together? Not really. I'm flying by myself at the moment, Mr. Daniel. I am flying by myself. Okay, our cargo loading is in progress there, or rather deloading. One more flight. If you actually promise to stay around for the entire flight, I might actually do it. But apart from that, I've had a very long day, and I think it's time to call it for me. You caught us at the wrong time. I mean, towards the end. It was a decent landing. You can go check that out too. But look at how beautiful this is. We got no passengers coming out of our aircraft anyway, so I don't know what's going on with that. I don't really mind. Anyway, with that, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to leave today's stream right here. I hope you guys had a great time, because I just did. Alright, that was a really fun flight, and as you can see, the A380 by FlyByWire is working just fine in 2024, except the fact that it still gives you a little bit of a rough time with frames. The bus is working, Daniel. I think I don't have the GSX profile correctly installed. That's likely why that's not happening, but it's not a big deal. Okay, so yeah, it is working now in 2024. It's pretty good, I must say. Absolutely lovely. Look at that beautiful, beautiful scene around us. Tokyo right there, ladies and gentlemen. Looking beautiful as always. Lovely sceneries. Okay, thank you so much to everybody who tuned into today's chat. EM, Anas, V1 Rotate, the Transport Lad, and Syed Daniel. Thank you very much for tuning into today's live stream. Much appreciated there. And I would like to leave it here today, because I've had a long day and I am hungry and sleepy at the same time, and I don't know what to do. Don't know what to do. Okay, With that being said, I'll leave it here. Hope to catch you guys in the next one. There is a video coming out soon enough. Like I said in the last stream, a cinematic one. I'm also working on a new format of videos for you guys. Continuously improving the channel just so you guys have a good experience here with me. We're not going to take a look at Tokyo Airport today. Perhaps we can do that in the next stream or something. But for now, I'll leave it here. Thank you very much for tuning in and have a good day. Good night, Mr. Runners. See you, everybody. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.